Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Area 51, Breaking UFO News Alert. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot more great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure you click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. I'd also like to tell you about HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from more than 100 celebrities for just $19.95. So give it a try. Purchase a call for yourself or as a gift for somebody you know. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. You're going to be stunned by the rumors we're now hearing. UFO sightings have increased dramatically around the world. So has construction activity at the famous Area 51. Why is all this happening? We're hearing some fascinating new rumors, and some of them are so incredible that we just had to tell them to you. One rumor that we keep hearing more often than ever is that the economy is now in such bad shape that the competition from China is escalating, and that the U.S. government, because of that, the U.S. government is contemplating disclosing and bringing to market, meaning commercializing, some of the UFO technology that they've been keeping secret out in Area 51 for decades. The claim is that if this technology is commercialized, then it could dramatically elevate the economy and bring America roaring back financially, regardless of what happened during the pandemic. Some people are speculating that by commercializing the anti-gravity engine technology that we captured from crashed UFOs, that this would generate trillions of dollars of new business around the world. So, what do they do with this technology if they do commercialize it? We keep hearing that they're considering making the anti-gravity technology available to the real estate sector. That's right, real estate. No one ever saw that one coming. And wait till you hear why. What do anti-gravity technologies and the real estate sector have in common? Why would real estate ever need anti-gravity technology? Well, let me tell you what our sources are telling us. We're hearing that land, premium land, that developers need to build premium property is getting more and more expensive and difficult to acquire. So what should builders do to make more money? One option is for them to start building homes and commercial properties and apartment buildings, get ready for this, in the sky. Think about that for a second. How incredible would it be if your next home or commercial property would be levitating above the earth? Who wouldn't want to wake up to a view from 1,000 feet or even 5,000 feet in the sky? Commuting to your home or office building could be done very easily if you use the same anti-gravity drives to propel elevators up and down to and from your home or your property. Here's something else to consider. If your next home were located in the sky, would you still have to pay property taxes? Would the city down below have any legal right to tax you for anything? They don't charge airliners when planes fly over their cities, so why should they be able to charge homeowners who float above their cities? What about living above the water? If you thought that current waterfront property was the highest value real estate that you could possibly acquire, how much demand do you think that homeowners would demonstrate if homes were to levitate above lakes or rivers or oceans? Wouldn't that be some of the most incredible real estate the world has ever seen? If you did purchase a levitating home, why would it need to remain in the same location indefinitely? Why couldn't you move it every few weeks or months or years? Why not live above a different city or country every month or a year or whenever you felt like? Wouldn't that be a great way to live your life? Being able to raise your children in a different city whenever you liked, exposing them to different cultures? Being able to move your house as easily as some people can now fly to different cities is an incredible concept. Next question. What about the transportation industry? All those trucks that now take a week to transport their loads across the country could use their anti-gravity drives to move those loads across the country in hours instead of days or weeks. What about all those massive transport ships that take 1 or 2 weeks to move cars and other cargo from China all across the ocean to the United States? What if anti-gravity ships could move those same loads, those same vehicles and oil and whatever else they're transporting anywhere on Earth within a matter of minutes? That would dramatically reduce the cost of shipping, don't you think? Everybody thinks that waterfront property is the most desirable property on Earth. But now, just imagine if you could live in the sky. How much would that opportunity be worth? And since there is so much more sky than there is land, you could theoretically allow many more people to live in the sky than currently reside on the surface of the Earth. People don't really need oxygen masks or supplementary oxygen until they get higher than 10,000 feet. So that means you can build a lot of homes in the sky below 10,000 feet. And if the homes are sealed and pressurized with their own oxygen source, then you could theoretically even build much higher than 2 miles high. Now, what about the defense industry and the airline industry? How would they be affected if they were suddenly allowed to acquire anti-gravity engines and technology? The recent UFO TikTok video and radar images captured by the military have recorded a UFO going from 60,000 feet to sea level in less than a second, and then just stopping and hovering above the water. That suggests a speed of at least 12 miles per second or faster, and if their anti-gravity technology can move at that speed, then that means they can travel at least 43,000 miles an hour, which means you could get anywhere on Earth in a matter of minutes. How many people would suddenly want to go to Australia or New Zealand or Hawaii if they could get there in a few minutes? What about the military-industrial complex? Do you think if they could manufacture planes and tanks and ships that could also levitate, that they would do so? How would a conventional land or sea-based military ever be able to confront a levitating United States military force? I think it would be almost impossible for our enemies to be able to stand up to us in a military conflict. What about the cost of water? Right now, there is a substantial cost for transporting water from one place on Earth to another. What if this anti-gravity technology could be used to levitate all the clean drinking water people would ever need directly from the Arctic or Antarctic to any place on Earth almost instantly? That would mean an end to droughts and limited water supplies and shortages everywhere. Those are just a few of the countless opportunities that an anti-gravity technology could afford our society if it was released for commercial use. The real question is it really being hidden and worked on down at Area 51? And if so, why hasn't it been commercialized already? Think of all the people it could help. Now, I know people are worried about our enemies getting their hands on this technology, but who is to say that China or Iran or Russia or some other countries haven't already captured some alien UFO at some crash site and begun reverse engineering that technology for their own benefit? What if one of our enemies has been secretly building a massive new military which will employ anti-gravity technology against us? How capable would we be of repelling an attack driven by such a military force? We haven't been able to confirm the existence of this technology or whether it's actually in the hands of the US government, but I will say this. As more people with smartphones record videos of these UFOs around the world every day, it's getting more difficult to ignore them and claim that they don't exist. I think the next few years will be very interesting, especially if one of our competitors or enemies brings this technology to market before we do. Thank you for watching, and I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we want to encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new story. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.